Hey, what's up, my YouTube viewers? This is Like It's 1985 with my review of the Walmart exclusive 6-inch war machine, of course, from the Iron Man 2 movie series line. Now, this particular figure showed up in my local Walmart only about a week ago, so it's pretty fresh to me, even though there's a lot of reviews out there on this particular figure. But, so far I'm really liking what I see. It comes in a nice, big, tall package, as you can see here. And on the back, quite impressive, is a really nice picture of War Machine, as you can see. So impressive, I'm almost tempted to cut it out because it's really a really nice picture of War Machine. So in case you weren't aware, you do get 2 extra right hands as well as 2 extra corresponding left hands. Now the hands you get in package are these hands right here, kind of the open palm. So you get also the missile rack here. It does mount on his right shoulder, and you can take this piece off here, which very nicely covers the area once you're not using the missile rack, but the missile rack just mounts there. For me personally, I'm going to leave it without the missile rack in, just my personal preference. Now onto the weapon on his back here. As you can see, it does have the ammo belt here. It stays in pretty well. I think it stays in better than it does on the smaller figure, but nonetheless it still does come out. But the nice thing about this design here, with the way that the weapon is mounted on his back, you can actually slide it so that it can be on his shooting over his left or his right shoulder. So, oops, and it just came off there. But yeah, that's kind of nice. The other design had it so that you rotate the, well, I can just show you here because I got the 3-inch one here. It just, these weapons can go forward and back. So it's a different design. I kind of like the fact that you can choose over which shoulder to shoot the weapon. But anyhow, I'm going to take the ammo belt out. Now, articulation wise, he's got movement left and right. He can look down to a pretty great degree, as you can see there, and look up, well, not really look up really, but so you've got that movement. The shoulder armor does articulate up and down like that. A rotation of the shoulders, swivel at the upper arm, bend at the elbow in 2 places. And of course, since the hands are interchangeable, they do rotate a little bit. The other thing about it is you got these little flaps here of, I guess you call them hand armor, right there. Pretty nicely sculpted weapon on his forearm. You've got ab articulation, no waist articulation, which is the same as in the smaller figure. You've got the hip/leg articulation, so depending on how the ball is mounted, right now it's facing forward, so you can move the legs forward like that, back a little bit. But if you were to rotate the ball around and then rotate the leg back to the front, you can go out to the side like that. So it just kind of depends on what how you prefer to pose the figure. Now the knees are kind of interesting. I like the fact, well, it's double jointed for one thing, but I like the fact that there's a silver piece here that moves as the rest of the armor kind of does. And it's present on the other figure, if you take a look here, but it's just you don't notice it as much because it's not as, the color is black instead of silver. So I really like that detail with the kind of the armor beneath the armor kind of thing. Then you just got a ball jointed ankle with some nice detail on the soles of the boots there. So I guess we can just do a quick comparison between the two of them. Here they are. There's some color differences there. It looks like there's a little more of a silver where this is all black. But pretty much this, it's the same figure, but obviously blown up. And you've got the different way that the weapons are mounted on the back too, as well. And in terms of the size of the weapons relative to the figure, obviously because they wanted to have this gimmick with the missile launching thing, it's quite ridiculously large as compared to the figure. This is probably more in scale to the 6-inch figure. But yeah, really nice figure. It's got a really nice weight to it, and I have to say this design has really grown on me. I really like this new look for War Machine. Up until recently, until the movie came out, I was more used to the classical comic book version. So I'm really digging this style for War Machine. And yeah, definitely, I would say if you had to choose between the two, I'd just go for the 6-inch one. I think the 6-inch one is around $13. So if you can afford it, definitely get the bigger one. But at the beginning of the review, I mentioned something about Iron Man. There was an Iron Man on the pegs next to this guy, but the Iron Man 6-inch figures that I saw at my particular Walmart were terrible. The paint apps, that is, and the quality control on those particular Iron Man figures, and I was quite dismayed by that, and I kind of got my mind set up that I would not buy any Iron Man figures from the Iron Man 2 line, just because even on the 3-inch figures, the paint apps are just horrible. But I've come to the conclusion, or hopefully come to the right conclusion, that it really depends on where you go. Like, there's actually, even though I live in a smaller area, we actually have 2 Walmarts, and so I'm going to check out the other Walmart and see maybe they got a better supply of Iron Man 6-inch figures with better paint apps. But I was watching one review, and the guy said, well, the reason why you may only find some very bad quality figures is because they've already been picked over, which really, it seems like it would be obvious, and maybe it should be, but not really to me, because I'm even though I do review action figures, I primarily review Transformers and Gundam, which in general, Transformers and Gundam don't have as many paint issues, quality control issues as your run-of-the-mill action figures. Just my opinion, just my observations. So I'm not really, when I go to buy the Transformer, the paint quality is the last thing on my mind, because really I can't think of too many Transformers that have paint issues. I mean, I can think of some, but not too many. Whereas the paint issues seem to be a problem with action figures predominantly. So anyways, the whole point of this whole long-winded spiel is I'm still on the hunt for a good Iron Man 6-inch figure, because the ones I've seen so far are crap. The paint lines are blurry. There's red paint where there isn't supposed to be, or there's gold paint where there's supposed to be red. Just things that you can't really have in a 6-inch figure because they're so obvious. So I'm still on the hunt for the counterpart for this guy, the 6-inch Iron Man, but I'm really happy with this guy, and I do recommend you pick it up.